All right, everyone, welcome back. New tank record, 58.8 miles per gallon with 701 miles on this tank. We are blinking. We are empty on fuel. We're going to jump into how this happened and get into the brand new sodium ion pack. Let's go ahead and jump right in. Well, hello everyone, welcome back. It's been a little while. I've had a chance to get some miles on the the sodium ion pack. And the first couple tanks, I was towing, and the mileage that I was getting towing obviously was quite poor. I think it was close to 20 or 30 miles per gallon. It was a motorcycle trailer. And then I've just started to get the hang of how to drive this pack compared to the lithium iron phosphate, and it is... The concepts are very different. The lithium iron phosphate pack was very good at storing electricity and tricking the computer into putting more energy into the pack. And the BMS system in the Prius wasn't able to necessarily understand that the pack was completely full. And so it wasn't helping to discharge the capacity from the battery. Whereas the sodium ion, it tricks the BMS into thinking that the battery is more charged than it actually is. Which causes the when the charge gets above 60, it causes the Prius to try and push power out to the wheels when you're just using your gas engine like normal. So for me, on my previous pack, it was stuff as much energy in as possible and then do your very best to try and drain the battery with the lithium iron phosphate, which you virtually couldn't do because there was so much energy in there. I think the Prius would recognize, I think, roughly double the nickel metal hydride or the stock OEM pack. And then the sodium ion is a little bit below stock as far as how much energy can be stored within the pack or can be recognized as stored within the pack in the Prius BMS. But if you use it to your advantage and right after a regen, you use your gas engine to reaccelerate, you're going to have your battery charge that came from the regen be pushed through the hybrid system to assist the gas engine more often than you would with the lithium iron phosphate. So as part of me getting used to how to drive the pack, I've been able to get some pretty outstanding mileage. So I know this is a brand new tank. I only have 7 miles basically to the gas station and back. And I did erase some of my previous tanks by accident here, but you saw it right at the beginning. I was trying to expand on those. My most recent tank is the one that you see with the 7 miles. But the one before that, I got 577 miles. That was about 56.5 miles per gallon. And then the previous two, obviously the 58.8 record at 701 miles. Yes, the tank does hold 11.9 gallons of gas. So I got really close to empty there, but wanted to see 700 on the screen. That was really cool. But yeah, the sodium ion, or the sodium ion pack, if you drive it correctly, you can get some outstanding mileage. It is really fun to drive, and I wanted to demonstrate kind of what you see in Hybrid Assistant, just so I could show, what it looks like when you enter a period where your state of charge is above 60, which is quite easy to do. Just one off ramp from the highway, and you'll be at 65, 68%. And the Prius BMS is pretty aggressive in trying to get rid of the excess energy, even if the gas engine is running, by just providing assistance. So wanted to show that. I'll probably pull up Hybrid Assistant on my phone and then just do a screen record instead of trying to film the dash. So let's go ahead and do that. I'll jump in there and just go over some of the techniques of how to drive with the sodium ion pack, because it is a little different than the lithium iron phosphate. So we're in Hybrid Assistant. I have 67% state of charge. The car's warmed up. I've been driving around. Wanted to just show what this typically looks like. So we've only gone about 7 miles, made a quick pit stop. Car's warmed up, we're in S4, meaning we're fully warmed up, and just wanted to show the typical use case of the sodium ion pack. So you can see now I'm on the gas, and on the far right side, you can see that the electric power from the battery is hovering around 1.5 to 2 kilowatts, and it's trying to discharge. And that's because we're at 66% state of charge. And I'm approaching a big downhill here, so I may try and drain the pack in preparation to try and stuff more energy into it. So I'll let off, and then I'm only going to press up to the limit on the accelerator to try and eke out a little bit more of that battery power because we're currently sitting at 65%, and we'll still easily be able to get to very close to 70%. This is a very large hill, so as we approach the downhill, also wanted to talk about some of the thermal efficiency of this pack. So I'm noticing that even though I'm using what feels like less of the battery pack, so I'm not trying to drain it very often, other than for situations like you just saw there. It's not going from 70 back to 55 to 70 to 55, or 40 is when the gas engine kicks on and it's fully depleted. But I do find that when a regen event occurs and I get down or get all the way up to close to 70% like we're gonna have here, and then I just let it naturally, the Prius BMS and hybrid system naturally discharge the battery, that I do generate more heat, both from regen events and also from discharging the battery. So it's not significant, it's just more than the lithium iron phosphate. It's certainly less, dramatically less than the nickel metal hydride, which was very hard to cool down once it got pretty warm. But once it gets to 95 degrees here, my hybrid fan, actually we're at 95, but once it gets to 96, I think the fan will kick on automatically. It's had no problem cooling down the sodium ion pack. And you don't have to cool it down below 95. It actually is very happy sitting at 95 degrees. You can actually see my regen is now limiting because we're approaching the max charge level, which is pretty cool. Now it does mean that we miss out on some of the regen event, but the Prius now thinks that the hybrid battery is almost completely full. So we're at 72%, I think 74, 75 is the highest that the BMS will even allow. Any higher than that, and it will actively try and discharge the battery by using the excess power to spin the engine. So we don't want that. I have never even been able to get it that full because the regen limit is put in place before you get to that level anyway. I think through very large downhills, you might be able to hit that. So we're currently sitting at a light with a very large line of cars. Let's see. So yeah, what else did I want to touch on? Thermal efficiency. But yeah, right when we turn left here and I hit the gas, you'll see how much excess charge is applied to the gas engine. And that is through that voltage charge manipulation. So even though it says 72%, the sodium ion pack I think will range closer to like 60 and 20 to 60% state of charge, like actual capacity. And so yeah, I'm now gonna hit the gas engine and you'll see how much assist you get. So now we're up to 4 kilowatts and the engine's only doing 12, so it's like a third of my power is coming from the gas, or from the electric, and then the other 2/3 is coming from gas. And the system will also preferentially turn off the engine more often when your hybrid battery is believed to be at a higher capacity. So it's kind of twofold. The main one obviously is the assist you directly get when you're using the gas engine, but the system will also prefer to use electric in situations where you might not have otherwise used it. So usually the EV mode will kick on anything below 43 to 44 miles an hour. I've seen it kick on at like 45, 46 when the hybrid battery is close to 70% state of charge, or so the BMS thinks. So if you're doing a lot of city driving, that's where I feel like this hybrid battery pack is going to net you the most as far as miles per gallon differences. If you're on long road trips and you're almost always like on the highway entirely, you're not going to see probably any gains in miles per gallon, no matter what hybrid battery pack you go with. But I've noticed with the sodium ion pack, it almost acts like a capacitor, for lack of a better word. So it's storing short bursts of energy and then trying to assist in getting rid of the excess energy, but it's doing so by assisting the gas engine, when the old pack, the lithium iron phosphate, would rarely even get above 65% state of charge. So you would get less of that automatic assist. You had more real capacity in the battery, but it was about getting it out and having the hybrid system assist you in getting it out of the battery. So I feel like with this pack, while it technically stores less energy, and it's noticeable that it stores less energy, it is using more energy in like storing a smaller amount but using it, storing a smaller amount but using it, and over the course of a full trip, I find that it's probably using more electricity to assist and also to regen than the old pack, because it would just store a ton of energy and it was a lot harder to use. You had to be more intentional with it, where this is more of an automatic, you don't really have to think about it much. The only thing I like to to do when I'm looking at hybrid assistant. Make sure that my state of charge is at or around 65 or below. Once you get above 65% state of charge, you run the risk of potentially losing out on regen. So if I go down a big hill and I start at 65%, but before I'm at the bottom of the hill, I may have limited regen, and I may use the friction brakes because there's too much energy in the pack, or so the Prius BMS thinks. So it's kind of funny to have to plan to use your battery power so that way you can plan for the regen event, but you obviously don't have to do that. I'm just hypermiling a little bit, and it's very easy and fun to do. So yeah, I think those are the tips and tricks. This trip, it says I'm getting 70. My current tank average, I've gone 18 miles, and it says 63.1 miles per gallon. I'll check back in after this trip is over. But anyone that's doing lots of city driving, so stop and go traffic, residential, where you have stoplights and stop signs, this pack is going to yield some significant improvements in your miles per gallon than even over the lithium iron phosphate pack. Just the nature of how it works with the existing hybrid system it's very complementary. The assist from the battery is very noticeable. But yeah, anyone who's driving highway, anyone who's doing camping, so you're camping out of your Prius, you probably really liked the excess capacity from the lithium iron phosphate, so I'd probably recommend that pack over this one if you had the choice. But anyone who's driving city, even mild highway, and getting on and off the highway, you're going to see some significant improvements in miles per gallon if you give it any thought or attention at all. So yeah, very pleased with this pack, more so than the last one. The overall mileage that I've gotten over the 5,800 miles I've gotten, or I've put on this pack for the last probably 2 or 3 months, is 45.9. But over, I think it was 1,500 to 2,000 of those 5,800 miles was towing, and it was towing getting 25 to 27 miles per gallon with a motorcycle trailer. Every tank of gas after the trailer is 50 or above, with the last 3 tanks being 57.2, 58.8, 56.5, and now I'm getting, let's see, 62.9. So as the weather's improved, obviously mileage has gone with it, but we're setting records with this car. It's 10 years old, has 131,000 miles, and we're setting records with the miles per gallon in large part because of this battery. But yeah, let me know if you have any questions in the comments about the sodium ion pack. I'd love to do more experiments with it, but wanted to get this out there because I've been so impressed to get 700 miles of range out of 11.9 gallons of gas. It's pretty crazy to go 700 miles on like $30 in fuel. So let me know if you have any questions. I'll catch you in the next one. I'm still planning to do a video on the capacity, like the real capacity. I know it's probably going to be around 1.3 kilowatts, and it won't last anywhere near as long as the lithium iron phosphate pack, but the results don't lie. We're getting some pretty incredible mileage with the sodium ion. So let me know if you have any questions, and I'll catch you in the next video.